How you doing? So I want to make a short video. Manuel Charr fight uh, on September the 29th has been canceled due to an alleged failed drug test. They say he failed drug tests and he came out positive for two illegal substances, allegedly steroids. Um, the gentleman sincerely came out on several medias sincerely saying that he consumes food from different restaurants and no time he's taking any illegal substances, and social media multiple units. And he also apologized to his fans that he won't be able to contest for his defend his title on September the 29th due to attempting to submit a B sample to the WNBA and the drug testing people to see if he could get a reschedule the heavyweight championship. And the WNBA, some people in the in the media say the WNBA might try to attempt to strip him for the belt, which I think is very wrong. As we see, these drug tests sometimes have wrong. I mean, a person could go to a restaurant, have a steak, and he could come out positive. I mean, these people living in foreign countries that follow different regulations, and the meat and poultry and the animals are treated with different substances that affect you in the long run when you consume that meat and you take these tests. I mean, the man doesn't look like he accumulated too much muscle growth. He's not ripped to shreds and cut up. So he looks fit though. He looks strong, and as we see, it happening to Canelo, Saul Alvarez, the current lineal and unified champion of the middleweight division. He too went to a restaurant, consumed some meat from a restaurant, and came out positive. And doing tests and investigations and suspensions, the gentleman was allowed to contest for a middleweight championship, and is once again is a champion of the world. And as we see also with Alexander Povetkin, the heavyweight contestant and ex WBA champion, also has been multiple times allegedly uh, failed drug tests and due to consumption of illegal meat. Um, he has submitted other samples and has been knocking out people left and right and to keep himself in title contention. And look at him now, he's contesting for the multiple unified championship against Anthony Joshua this weekend, and has a possibility of winning these championships. Um, and so far, also we had also Luis Ortiz. He came out positive also for illegal substance. Look at me contested against the heavyweight champion against Deontay Wilder. And also we had what's this other gentleman? The WBA has multiple guys that fail substance tests and have become championships in the long run due to them consuming meat in these places, in these foreign countries. The meat coming out tainted. Um, I just hope he sincerely could submit his B sample in time and maintain his heavyweight status. It could be investigated properly, and and he could move on to bigger and better things. After that being said, I also would like to talk about Alexander Povetkin challenging Anthony Joshua this weekend. I think with his famous Russian drop style, he's going to be very dangerous against contesting for the championship against Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has been having lackluster fights. Once he moved up fighting highly qualified heavyweights and world class level, like Joseph Parker went the distance, and wasn't dropped at all. Um, he didn't look in any form of danger at all in that fight, but he went the distance. He had trouble with Takam when Takam was a substitute for Cobra Bolev, and he got hit with a headbutt, and he didn't look that great in that fight. So how is he gonna look against Alexander Povetkin, a guy that's been knocking out people left and right? The only guy that gave him a little trouble was besides when he fought against uh, Vladimir Klitschko. He relinquished his regular WBA heavyweight championship and challenged for the unified belts against him, and went the distance. Was dropped twice, was very game, and still went the distance in that fight. I think he also went against Marco Hook, a guy his same height, fighting as a cruiserweight champion. Decided to move up to heavyweight and challenge him when he was the WBA regular heavyweight champion, and won the distance and lost some points to this gentleman, Alexander Povetkin. Some people say, "Oh, he had trouble. We had trouble with Marco Hook." But hey, Marco Hook is a world class level. He was at his prime, and at the end of the day, in black and white, he still beat him. Okay, so in this fight here, he's fighting a guy that's he's 6'6". Okay, he's a heavyweight. He's skating about 240 right now. He's a current unified champion. He's gonna be contesting against his belts. He has his famous drop style, his Russian drop style. He's gonna make Anthony Joshua open up with right hands. The media right now and everything is they're not buying the tickets because they wanted to see Deontay Wilder fight for those belts, and they OD on the hype for that fight and the negotiations. But at the end of the day, the money wasn't correct. And after that being said, let's go back to Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin, in this fight, is bringing this Russian drop style and creates openings. And he likes to capitalize his combinations with his left hook. And if he manages to throw his left hook appropriately, I think he could be able to knock out Anthony Joshua at this time of his career. And if he manages to hurt him in several fights or drop him and go the distance, that means his stock is going to go sky high. And if he manages to win and attain these belts, he's going to be a legendary heavyweight, Alexander Povetkin. So the sky's the limit for him. Opportunities are all over the place for him. He's right now riding on the on the street of gold, Alexander Povetkin, by contesting for these belts, and everybody's he's in the UK right now, and everybody's treating him like a celebrity over there. Uh, I just hope he looks good in the fight, and if he loses, he loses by points, or never know, it could be a draw. This is an era that you've seen draws, you've seen guys losing their titles by split decision, majority decisions, and you never know, it could be the trend right now. So I just wanna I hope people could change the subject about the Triple G and Canelo fight. Big shout out and big congratulations to Saul Canelo Alvarez for winning those belts, and I hope he could be a lineal and unified champion for a long time, defending his belts, and move on to bigger and better things. Triple G, if he wants to contest in a rubber match against him, that'd be nice. But if you become a one-handed fighter and start missing with your uppercuts and your right hands like you did in that fight, I mean, you looked aggressive a little bit, but the guy had you at that fight, and that's what people were looking at. Whenever he attacked you with a power, whether his power punches, you answered him back, and you only scored with your jabs. Your right hand was missing, your uppercut was missing. You looked very confused. Canelo wasn't going on the ropes. He wasn't hurt that made him go on the ropes. He wasn't intimidated by your power. It showed also after the fight. His body was able to sustain your punching power, and you showed the wear and tear from the fight. So if you want to contest for a rubber match, I think you should do it immediately. By the looks of things, that fight could happen next year. You probably be 37, like people were saying, so it might be harder for you. And hey, that at the end of the day, this is boxing. This is boxing, and the guy made you a one-handed fighter. Okay, uh, take it or leave it. That's how it is. If you want to improve, then you're gonna have to use that view Mexican style that said that you've been talking about for the longest. April Sanchez is gonna have to teach you a Mexican style that's gonna be aggressive. You're gonna have to attack the body. You're gonna have to forget about that Eastern European style that you have when you get hit. That you revert to a jabbing fighter, and basically your uppercut and your right hand wasn't landing, man. You wasn't on point. So I don't understand what happened there. Either you're slowing down or your training regimen has changed. So you have to get back on your game, or you just don't fight him no more and go for another world belt at that level. Some other guys like Fight Doctor was saying, and Ringside Reporter and other shows that you should go up and wait. I don't think that'd be a very bad move. The 168 pounders are very tall and big and young and very aggressive. And if you do go at 175 and you think about challenging, like the fight doctor said, Adonis, the Superman Steven, even though he's 42, he punches like a heavyweight, and his punch is monstrous. So I think the only thing you could do is stay at 160. Maybe you could make yourself more credible by fighting the Murata in Japan. If you beat Murata in Japan on points or knock him out, and get that WBA World Championship, you could start building from there, and see maybe you could bring that in and fight Canelo, or in a rematch, in a rubber match, or you could also wait. In the meantime, wait for Danny Jacobs and Devinchenko winner and challenge him, or see if you could fight Billy Joe Sanders. But at the end of the day, man, you're gonna have to improve and adapt and reset yourself and acclimate yourself to your age, and start fighting these young contenders now before your skills start deteriorating anymore. So you guys have a great day, and I just wanted to make this short video and express my opinion on these fights, and I just hope that Manuel Charr is still heavyweight champion of the world after September 29th, and he finally gets to fight Fresco Kendo. Fresco Kendo looks like he's going to be waiting to fight for this championship more than 5 years by the looks of things. This is a guy that was offered a rematch by Rosen Chagai if he had to take the WBA to court to get this rematch, and that rematch has been scheduled. The contesting as #1 status for that belt has been scheduled several times, and I would like to see him fight for that heavyweight championship before he hits 50. He's 45 now, and he's having a rough time, man. Maybe he could be elevated to a champion, maybe, and that could happen. You guys have a great day and take care. Bye.